Oh, welcome! It's me, Indiana Jones. Well, today I'm a little bit more Irish, celebrating St. Patrick's Day, and welcome to my pub. I'm so glad you're here. Well, to tell you an honest confession, I'm not actually Irish. My parents are Cuban, but I was brought up in an Irish Catholic neighborhood up in New York City, so I'm as Irish as they come. And besides, we all know when it's St. Patrick's Day and you're donning the green, well, then everybody should be Irish. Now, there's only one thing I don't like about St. Patrick's Day. Before we get to that, let's ask a few questions. Do you know anything about St. Patrick's and why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day? How about a quiz? True or false? St. Patrick's was born and raised in good old Ireland. False, believe it or not, he was an Englishman. Now, true or false? St. Patrick was an orphan raised by kindly priests and nuns in the Catholic organization. False. He was actually a pretty wealthy kid. He was brought up by a minister in England by his father and his mother, very educated. He was a minister, but he kind of lost his way. And he actually lost his faith and became an atheist. Now, here comes the next part. How did St. Patrick become a saint? Well, true or false? He was working in the fields one day in Ireland, and he was struck by lightning, and he saw God. False. Actually, he was kidnapped and taken to Ireland to work as a slave, which he did so. And yes, he did work in the fields as a shepherd. And yes, there is where he found his faith in God. And he vowed to come back to Ireland, because Ireland was taken over by Celts and Vikings and all sorts of pagans. And he vowed that he would come back if he ever had a chance and save Ireland. Well, he did get a chance to escape. He came to England, but he lived up to his promise and came back to Ireland, and he spread the Catholic faith, or I should say the Christian faith. One of the most famous things that he was famous for, I'll just leave that in there, was the three-leaf clover. Why was the shamrock so important? It covered all the fields of Ireland. And when he was asked, how can you describe or explain the Trinity? Simply put, he picked up a clover. He picked up a shamrock and explained how all in one God is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So that's how St. Patrick became St. Patrick. Did he drive out the snakes? Well, not literally, maybe figuratively, by making Ireland a very faith-filled nation. So that's what we're here to celebrate. And I don't care if you're Cuban, or Mexican, or Icelandic, or from Timbuktu. For St. Patrick's Day, everyone's Irish. Now, this is the one thing I don't allow on St. Patrick's Day. It's a thing that a lot of pubs here in the United States like to do. They like to serve something that looks kind of like this. Take a good look. Would you drink that? Does that look like beer to you? It certainly doesn't look like beer to me. So today, we're going to review, doesn't smell like beer, it looks like piss beer, sorry to say that. Today, we're going to review the best Irish beers to have for St. Patrick's Day. And let's start off with something light. Oh, I know everybody knows Ireland for that one beer. We'll get to that. The same company, Guinness, creates something called Harp. Now, this isn't the traditional label for Harp. They usually have a nice green label for St. Patrick's Day. This is premium. But I wanted to share this with you. This is a wonderful beer, especially for us here down south in Miami, where it's 95 blazing degrees. This is a wonderful, pale ale to have during St. Patrick's Day. Look at how beautiful and blonde that beer is. Should I take a taste? That's good. It's light, it's crisp, it's refreshing. A definite choice for St. Patrick's Day. Now, let's go into some reds, shall we? Well, not a red per se, but let's go into an amber beer. This is Smithwick's. It's a premium Irish ale, but it's not as light as the Harp. You'll see soon. Smithwick's is also brewed in Ireland. Beautiful amber color. Absolutely gorgeous. And the taste, it's very smooth. A little bit more taste to it, a little bit more body, but superbly delicious for St. Patrick's Day. Try to keep track of these. Smithwick's. Next, one of my favorite films of all time is Gone with the Wind. So I brought this one. It's an O'Hara's Irish Red to celebrate and commemorate Scarlett O'Hara. Yes, she was spoiled and egotistical, but you know what? She saved Tara. She picked the cotton. She saved Melanie. By gum, she was a heroine in her own time, speaking up for herself and dancing even when she was in full mourning. That's the kind of feeling you'll have when you have O'Hara's. It's a little spicy. It's a little daring, I guess. Sorry, it doesn't know. Oh, there's a head. But look at that. There's nothing like an Irish red on St. Patrick's Day. It just goes to be a natural selection. Irish red. Deeper, fuller body than the Smithwick's. And very, very good. Another nice choice, O'Hara's. Now, let's come to the traditional Irish beer that everybody thinks of when they think of St. Patrick's Day. That's right. You know it. You guessed it. Guinness itself. 'Tis Guinness itself. Guinness screams everything about St. Patrick's Day. And there's no doubt this beer has been around for hundreds of years. And it's been used for everything from medicinal purposes, and I have to apologize. I opened these beers, and so this one doesn't have a nice full-bodied head. And the glass is a little dirty too. I'm so sorry about that. But there is your rich, deep, thick, chocolatey, malty stout. That's what Ireland is known for. Now, yes, it's been used for medicinal purposes, and it's also wonderful for recipes. If you get a chance this St. Patrick's Day, marinate some beef in this beautiful stout, Guinness stout. Leave it marinating overnight, like some beef cubes, and use that for your shepherd's pie the next day. Truly delicious. Okay, that is heavy. The minute you drink it, you already feel like you're growing hair on your chest. Luckily not for me right now, but it is pretty strong. It gives you a good statement, and it's definitely Irish. Now, I found some interesting ones that I wanted to share with you as well. I have to apologize. My dish cleaner didn't clean the dishes as well as I hoped. That's okay, we'll take care of it now. I feel like a barkeep anyway. This is an interesting brew. This is Innocent Gun. Not to be mistaken with Guinness, Innocent Gun is a Scottish beer. But wait, hold on. I know I said I was only going to talk about Irish beers, but Innocent Gun is very Irish. It's brewed in Scotland, yes, that's true, but it's then fermented and kept in the casks of Irish whiskey. That's right. The emptied out casks of Irish whiskey, these oak barrels, are used to keep this beer fermented, and it has a very interesting taste. Now you'll notice it is a stout, but it has a very different taste than the traditional Guinness. Now what this gives you is a surprising little aftertaste where you're wondering, now what was that? Did an Irish man just kiss me on the lips and leave me a little bit of his whiskey? Could be, but that's just what it is. It's got the great stout taste, but it leaves a little bit after, which is that whiskey remnant from the oak barrels of the Irish whiskey. Now my last beer, I don't know if it's, yeah, it is a beer, is Wexford's. Probably never heard of Wexford's. There's the can. And it does come in cans. I try to find it in bottles, but it's in cans. And I guess it's because of the special type of beer this is. This is an Irish-style cream ale. Yes, that's right, a cream ale. Now, I tried this yesterday and it worked very well. Now again, this was opened already. Actually, it wasn't yesterday, it was a few moments ago. And it doesn't have the fizzle, but usually it has this beautiful cream on top, this cream foam. And it's this milkiness, and if you can see, it's not a very clear brew. It has a little bit of a milkiness to it. And that's exactly what it tastes like. And you smell it. And the minute you bring it up to your mouth, to your nose, you can smell that creamy goodness. It almost smells like root beer. That's what it smells like to me, or a cream soda. Like cream soda mixed with a good strong beer. These are very strong beers. Now, one thing I'm going to say, and this I really do like this one. One thing I have to say is, if you're going to buy your beer, don't go to a supermarket. That's where you get your tomatoes and your potatoes and your carrots and your peas, but you don't get your beer in a supermarket. Go to a liquor store. It's St. Patrick's Day, for goodness sakes. Live it up. Why are we going to just settle for what's there? No. Go to a liquor store and ask them for some Irish beers. And explore. Don't just stay close to Guinness and your Harps. Look around for Smithwick's. Look around. Even English beers, Boddingtons. So many beers out there. Try to stay within the UK. There's many Scottish beers and English beers and Irish beers. And as you can see with this one, the Innocent Gun, it's a very interesting combination. And don't just pick up a six-pack. Go around and create your own six-pack like I did here. I created my own little six-pack, so when my friends come over to enjoy a little bit of St. Patrick's, they're getting a little bit of Ireland that's going to stay with them. Well, I guess that's the end of my show. I want to thank you all for coming by, and I hope you all enjoy this St. Patrick's Day. Oh, some movies I think I should suggest for you. There's no better movie to watch on St. Patrick's Day evening after you've had your fill of beer and shepherd's pie, soda bread, and corned beef and cabbage. Keep away from the cabbage, believe me. But once you're done and you just want to sit around and loaf around on your couch, the best movie to watch is The Quiet Man with Maureen O'Hara and John Wayne. You see all the beautiful vistas of Ireland and the wonderful, memorable characters of that film as well. Yeah, it was filmed a while ago, but it still holds something dear in my heart. And again, I want to wish you all a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Make the most of it. Share with your friends. And don't drink and drive. Find a designated driver. Use Uber. Use any kind of Lyft, any kind of company or taxi that'll bring you home safe. Because that's the most important thing. And I'll pray for you and give you this Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. God bless. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And love you again, all of you, from Indiana Jones. Stay tuned for more episodes. Slante! Aaron go raw. I think I'm going to go dancing.